All right, we should be live now on YouTube. Um, 1 second. All right, let me just share the link. All right, 1 second, guys. We are just sharing the link with. Oh, damn it. That's the wrong link. Uh, share. Okay. All right, guys. If you aren't familiar with, why is that one coming up? Uh, bizarre copy link. Let's try it. See if that works. So I'm just sharing the link. If you're on TikTok, guys, I'm just sharing the link with everyone in members community. So it's the first time I've gone live on TikTok. Right, okay, we focus. If you're new to Trade and Train and myself, Mark Owen, welcome to the live stream. This is the first we're doing it on TikTok as well, guys. So no idea how it is. So any feedback is welcome. But please, if you can, if you're on TikTok, come to YouTube, go to Trade and Train, and you'll see the live stream there. It is much easier for me to reply to anyone that is on TikTok via YouTube. So if you can, guys. Hi, Peter. How you doing? We're in a bit of a test phase. Um, I've gone live on YouTube, so God knows how today's going to roll out. Um, so, is the sound okay on YouTube, guys? Just let me know if the sound's okay. Yeah, okay, Danny, fantastic. Right, listen, so this morning we've caught some monster trades on gold today. So what we're going to look for now, right, let me just clear all the analysis for for this morning from this morning, and we're going to take a look at what we can potentially take this afternoon. Now, yesterday did something similar. We had a huge sell-off in the day, and then we saw it come back in the afternoon. Now, I'm not sure we're going to see that today. What I'm going to look for today is BPC trade short, and the reason I say that, if we go to the higher time frame, let's look at the daily. So we're going to just look at some basic structure analysis. Um, Market created a high here. We came in, we tapped that, we failed to create a new high, and we failed to fill this range of the previous wick. The market's come down, we then broke through this low, creating a new structure low on the daily. So as soon as that's happened, I know we're in weekly correction. So we can see the weekly correction. Based on that, if we're looking at the weekly correction, it could come as low as 3,027. But we know it's not going to drop in a straight line. We're going to look for the market to rotate higher and then come back lower again for those next impulsive moves. So when we went back to the daily, that big move yesterday, all it was a pullback to structure. And if you look at it on the 4 hour, we saw the market gravitate back to where it consolidated before it had the big impulsive move lower. So this was a real nice little setup this morning. If you're just joining us on TikTok, guys, we are live on YouTube. This is the first for me on TikTok, so um, forgive me if the sound isn't very good, but join me on YouTube. It's Trade and Train on YouTube. Um, and I am on YouTube every day for around 1 p.m. just for the US session. So if you're new, guys, let me know. It'd be great to see. Peter Armand, you're on YouTube as well. So let me know what the sound's like on YouTube. YouTube on TikTok. I'm not getting updated data on YouTube for some reason. So just looking at the market and the way we're moving, we're in an impulsive phase on the 4 hours. So that bodes well for more moves lower. Hourly, right? We haven't got a buyer candle yet. So what we're seeing here is impulsive move lower, but we are seeing buyers step into the market at the minute. Let's drop down to the 30. We still don't have any buyer candles. So all we're seeing is pure selling. And if we look for next structure point, we're talking 31.42. So all we have to do, guys, it's simple. If you don't know my systems, it is we're looking for a BPC trade. So that's a breakout, pullback, continuation. We've already had the breakout. The breakout occurred up here, and then we had another one through here. When we look at the 15-minute, you see these failed rallies. Just as soon as the market breaks through here, boom, that's it. There's our breakout. So now what we're trying to look for is the next selling opportunity, because we want to carry on with trend. That's it, right? We want to carry with trend. We can go against trend, but obviously it's going to be a little bit more difficult. If we're going to go against trend, then we need to see the market close above here, because then we'll have a change of structure and we can look to maybe trade it back up in towards the 32 even handle into here, or as high as that. I always like to put my resistance levels in obviously where resistance is. Okay, thanks for the feedback, buddy. Music's too loud on the radio for TikTok. YouTube, can't hear it, so that's very interesting. So thanks for the feedback, bud. Much appreciated. So what I'm looking for right now is breaks and close above 31.76. So best thing we can do is just type everything buys above 31.76. If you're new to the stream, guys, or if you're new to seeing me on TikTok, let me know. If you're new to trading, you've been trading a long time, never traded before, are you trading prop accounts, are you trading personal accounts, are you trading demo, whereabouts are you? Just let me know. Be really good to understand where people are logging in from and what kind of standard they are at. Hi Doris, hi Claire, hi Danny, Queen Bee, how are we doing? Uh, so now it's just a waiting game. We have to wait for sellers to re-enter the market to continue with trend. Buys, well, that's going to be an even longer game to play out. We have to let the market break above 31.76 and close above it. Interact, let's see how we do this. Poll, gift, vote, playbook, lighting. Oh, yeah, I think I'll skip on the interaction on TikTok for now, because yeah, I'm not quite sure how we do this. Postman Pete, how we doing? Welcome to the stream. Now, as I was saying to everyone on TikTok, this is the first time I've ever gone live on TikTok. We are live on YouTube. So if you want to sit and ask questions, then the best place to do that is on YouTube. Just got the number 2 gifter badge. Not sure what that means. Hi Tina, how you doing? Forgive me, I'm a bit of an old crony when it comes to socials. Only just got shown how to use TikTok Live last night. The main thing is we take pips out of the market and we've smashed it today. So now we're just going to be very, very patient and wait for textbook setups. So buys above 31.76. Simplicity, hello, how you doing? Mr. Ridon Amiu, how you doing? Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lots of people coming in, so appreciate you all coming in, guys. Not quite sure how to do all this on TikTok, so forgive me. We are waiting for setups now. So 15-minute candle, we're waiting for close above 31.76. If we get a close above 31.76, we will then be looking for buys on a wick down. Now, why is... I'm just curious, as my chat seems to have stopped with YouTube. Everything's just... Guys, who's on YouTube? Because I literally can't see anything on YouTube right now. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Oh, it says I've got 2 live streams. Shit. This one. Maybe that's why. There we go. Okay, there we go. It's all right. I've found the right one. For some reason, it had logged into this morning's live stream. Hi, Danny. Hi, Peter. Right, we're good to go. For some reason, it's showing that I was on this morning's London live stream. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ while we're waiting for this to move. Uh, okay, so first things first, what are we seeing in terms of trend direction? Pretty simple, guys. We're very bullish the stock market at the minute, very bullish the stock market. So we're looking for breakout longs and we're looking for BPC longs. Again, looking at the 4 hour, where's the most recent structure? We're seeing resistance here on the 4 hour. Price is breaking above that. Let's drop down to the hourly. Structure has changed just a little bit. We move it up to 21,416. Price is potentially breaking out of that 1 hour resistance level right now. Now, this is why zooming in and going down, looking at time frame correlation is so important when you're doing time frame correlation, because you could look to buy that hourly candle and look, you're just going to run straight into 15-minute or 30-minute resistance here. Drop down to the M15. So there's our structure point. If we're looking for longs, guys, on the NASDAQ, we need to see that price gets above. Now, just remember, if you are looking at TradingView, you want to make sure that your broker price is the same as TradingView, or not the same. You just want to trade off your broker price. So when you're looking at TradingView, the TradingView price could be 20, 30, 40 points different to what you're seeing on your broker. So according to TradingView, I'm looking for buys above 21,442. I'm not just going to buy if it gets above there. I want to see a couple of things. So the first thing I want to see is, in fact, let's just drop it in so you can see. So if we go to text, we go to our favorites. If we're looking for a breakout long, I'm just going to bring in my rules or my ingredients for success. So we want to see resistance level. We want to see it close above. Then we want to see clear space to the left-hand side. So do we see any traffic? Do we see lots of small bodies, rejection wicks? No, it's completely clear. So once we've closed above, we've seen clear space. The next candle, we want it to wick down, and then we're going to place a buy stop above the high of that candle. So this is what we're going to look for on the NASDAQ. Another alternative would be looking for a false break. Heidi, so let's say, I missed it. Heidi said something, but I couldn't quite see. King Larry, Cheesecake Joy, and Joshi, how you doing, guys? So yeah, we're looking, as I say, for breakout longs on Nasdaq above 21,442, and we're potentially going to look for either sells at 31.76 on gold if we get a seller candle, or we're going to look for potential breakouts because it'll be a breakout, change of structure. If we get a close above, then a wick down, we'll buy. And if you look to the left-hand side, look at all this clear candle space. That's just huge momentum candles. So if we get above there and we can stay above there, there's nothing that's going to hold us back. So we could easily hit our 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pip targets, whatever they may be. On the flip side, if we get a sell candle forming here, so I'm looking for a bearish candle to form, then I want to see a wick up, then I'll look to sell, and we'll look to try and fill the range of these wicks down here. So Natalie has lift up all gifts in their gallery. I have no idea what all these gift badges are. Just got the number 3 gift badge. Give us a clue, guys. If you're on TikTok and you're sending gift badges or they're coming about, just tell me what it means. Not being ignorant, I am pretty diabolical with social media. So it's all a learning curve, right? Same way I'm learning to look at using social media, I'm sure you guys might be looking at how to trade the markets. So, and forgive the bright red face, I just got back from the gym, so I'm a little bit out of puff as well. Uh, Danny, oh, you're in TikTok as well. Okay, so you're on both. Just let me know, is there a delay on TikTok, or is it better than YouTube? Because YouTube's got about a 3 second delay. The only thing that I do prefer with, like, say, YouTube, we can move from screen to screen quickly. It just means that if I'm going to place a trade, I'm going to have to uh, drag the other screen onto this page here. Hey Lola, how you doing? How's your day been? Come on, members, let me know how many pips you've smashed today. It should have been a good day for all. We hit our target by 6:26 this morning. Uh, shit, I need glasses. Uh, I can't see that name, but welcome. Yep, no idea. All right, it's too small on this phone for me, so I do apologize. Hi, Sophia. Welcome to live stream here on TikTok. Yes, it's Mark Owen, and this is the first live stream I've done on TikTok. If you want to catch me, and it's probably going to be better, is on YouTube, so you can do that, and that's Trade and Train on YouTube. So just search Trade and Train. Okay, so there's no long setup here on um, on gold yet. I'm interested now because if you look what's happened, we've actually had support form. So support has been formed because we've got a seller candle followed by a buyer candle. Now, if we were to break this high, we can look for momentum entries. So you've got COMEX opening right now. So if we have a wick down, which let me just check, see which copy account I've got on here. Okay, there we go. Um, yeah, I um, I think buys above here, guys. Look for buys above here. Support's being formed. We're having a wick down. As long as it breaks that 30-minute bearish candle high, we can look for buys long. All right, so up we go. Market pending. Okay, so this is what's going on. Uh, Unable to. What's going on? Auto trading. There we go. Okay, let's set auto break even. We're going to put that to 10 pips and activate. Okay, so let's just, if I bring this over here like that, then what you can see is um, we have our buy stop gone in here. We have our auto break even at 10 pips, and we have our full exit up here at 31.90. Okay, so trade is in. Sent hearts me times one. Read me, the number one. I've so phone calls coming in. So yeah, this is contrarian trade, guys. So we're just gonna have a look at. So just move that back out of the way while and I'll let you know when it triggers. So we've got buy stops in over here. Let's just move that like this. Long position. So we've got buy stops in here like this. Target in here. If this candle moves up and breaks a high and triggers this, we're going to move our stops straight away up underneath the low of this candle. The thought process behind moving our stops underneath the low of that candle is the market's wick down, and then if we break the high, so the best way to think about candle anatomy and how you want markets to start moving, just imagine you've got an elastic band or you've got a gun and you want to fire. If you want to fire an elastic band, you have to pull it backwards for it to go forwards. If you have a gun, you have to pull the hammer backwards. You have to cock it, and then you pull the trigger. When it fires forward, it hits the bullet and projects forward. When you were a kid, you had those cars. You pulled them back, then you let go, and they shoot forward. Okay, so this is what I look for when I'm trading. If I want to buy, I want to see the market pull backwards on the next candle before it goes up. If I'm selling, I want to see the market go up before it goes down. If that makes sense, guys, and you're on YouTube or you're on TikTok, just give us a thumbs up, give us a like, some kind of interaction so I know it makes sense. YouTube is a bit delayed, approximately 4 seconds. Yeah. What's the delay like? If you're on YouTube, Danny, and you're on TikTok, let me know what the delay is like on TikTok, if at all. So yeah, we've got buy stops in on gold right now. predominantly looking for shorts, but like anything, it's like breathing in and out, right? You can't just keep breathing out. You have to breathe. No delay on TikTok and about 4 seconds on YouTube. Okay, thanks, Peter Armand. So that's good to know. What's the quality like, by the way, on TikTok? Because I know when you look at the resolution, because I know when you look at a computer screen through the lens of a camera on your phone, it's usually very granulated. So I can't really see, but I just curious what it's like. So I think the best thing is if you are on TikTok and you're watching this, is to literally just jump over to Trade and Train on YouTube. The pitch will obviously be a lot better. I'm not sure about the sound quality, but MC Whitey, how are we doing? Now, thanks for the message, Bud, but I don't know if I look at it, I'm worried it's going to delete the live, so I can't look at the message. Okay, so gold is starting to push up. All right, see if we get triggered. Let me just check the auto break even. Yeah, activate. Yeah, that's all set. So using something called magic keys, a lot of our members use some. Good morning. It was over 1% for Lola. Peter Cole missed the morning, but 50 pips this afternoon. Well done, Peter Cole. Peter Almond, you've done well this morning. Well done. How many of you right now are trading prop accounts, guys? Anyone trading prop accounts? Um, if you're trading prop accounts, there's no better time to be trading prop accounts than right now. Um, yeah, I would be. Which one do I recommend? Look, there's plenty out there. There's obviously the OGs, FTMO and bespoke funded, those kind of guys. You know, they've been around for ages, so there's a lot to be said for that. But for pure trading conditions, they haven't been around very long. I would look at something like instantfxcapital.com. Uh, you know, if you're going to trade a funded account and you want it as close to your own personal account as possible, meaning no restrictions, meaning you don't have to worry about daily drawdown limits, meaning you don't have to worry about news announcements, meaning you don't even have to worry about, right, close to triggering, guys, meaning you don't have to worry about, um, sorry, I'm just watching, see if we get triggered. Yeah, so don't have to worry about news trades, don't have to worry about copy trading from one account to another. Not in yet, still close. Uh, we will get triggered though, and that's it, we're in. So look, there we go, guys. We're in. So, and there we go, break even. There we go. Easy pickings, guys. So I'll probably um, might just finish up as a break even trade, but if it does, we don't lose anything. And there we go, break even trade. Okay, it did get 15 pips up, but it wasn't enough for me to warrant holding on to it. Uh, right, okay, so you got a gist of what we were looking to do. Uh, So on this now, because the way I look at this trade, I wanted this one to literally go. So what I'm going to look for now is the hourly candle to close. You could 15-minute candle's going to close in 6 minutes. Um, well, no, if you want to trade the 15, you can. I, I've I would wait for the hourly now, see what happens. Yeah, definitely wait for the hourly before you do anything. Did anyone take that trade? If you're doing standard 10 pips first take profit, you hit TP there, guys. Um, Now, if we close back below this level and then we get a seller candle, we're on for the BPC trade. I would prefer it to push a little bit higher though, to be fair. Danny, YouTube resolution and sound quality seems better than TikTok or on TikTok. Well done, guys. So that was a break-even trade. Uh, so we didn't get anything out of the market there, but we got we were 15 pips up. It was a nice quick trade. Unfortunately, just pulled straight back into our entry price. Now, this is when you are going against the trend, you definitely want to be very, a lot more aggressive with trade management. So there, our trade management, as soon as it went 10 pips in profit, stops went to break even. I didn't secure any profit, just went straight to break even. Um, Beauty of that is you know it's a free trade, and if it just ran, then fantastic. We've got a beautiful trade out of it. Hey Ali, how we doing? Core Jati or Jati Core, how we doing? So we just took a gold buy on the break of the high of the bearish 30-minute candle. On the basis that support had been formed, we wicked down, we bought the break of the high. It moved about 15 pips in profit. We moved stops to break even, and then we got stopped out at break even. Now we're just waiting to see how this hourly candle materializes. If it closes anything like this, then we could look for a similar trade again. So again, the hourly support will be in the same place. So we can remove that now. But if this is the support that's formed, then next candle, if we pull down, we can buy the break of the hourly high. You don't want to be buying the hourly high if the hourly candle closes bullish, but let's say right down here, just doesn't make any logical sense because then if you look at it on a lower time frame, the 15-minute is going to close somewhere down here and it'll be below this little structure level. So that's why you need to be able to look at multiple time frames and see if they're in sync. Today, I'll probably run until I don't know about 2:15, something like that. Not majorly late because it's Friday, and I know a lot of you will want to be heading out doing fun things, whether it's with your kids, whether it's with your mates or loved ones, whatever it is. It's Friday, the sun's shining here in the UK, so it's time to make the most of it, right? Now, a buy I would have preferred on the hourly if this candle had broken the low. If we'd have broken the low and then broken the high and closed above the high, then we could have really looked for. See that was the setup we had yesterday here. Um, Asian session sold off, and then from about 7 in the morning, after this outside candle that broke the lows and closed above the highs, that was the start of the bullish day that was to follow. From being 60 odd dollars down after the Asian session to finishing 50 odd dollars up after the US session, it was a huge shift in sentiment, like a $120 swing yesterday on gold. Now, on TikTok, it may die in the next, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes because I've got my microphone plugged into the phone and the battery only has like 12% left. So if it does die on TikTok, guys, I do apologize. This was just a test. It is my first time on TikTok Live. But if you are on there, uh, head over to YouTube, jump on YouTube, Trade and Train channel. We go live at around 1 o'clock most days, trade gold and the NASDAQ through the US session. So if you are on here, thank you for coming in, and I apologize if the interaction on TikTok hasn't been the best because A, I can't see the damn things down at the bottom, and also I don't know how to interact right now on a live stream. So this is a test for me. Hopefully it's gone all right. All right, okay, so Garson Fernande, Mason, Brennan, is it? God, they need to make this text bigger on TikTok, or I need to go back about 10 years where I can see. Um, okay, NASDAQ. If you're looking for sells on the NASDAQ, even though I'm super bullish on the NASDAQ, we can still trade long and short. And whether you're bullish or bearish on a market, you can still trade in the opposite direction. Like gold, I'm bearish on it, but we just bought it. Why? Because it broke structure. So as long as you've got rules in place that will make you do things on um, an if done scenario as opposed to a impulse scenario, you don't want to be looking at the market and going, "Oh, this looks nice, right? I think I should take that." Think. What was thinking? Thinking is just going to give you. It'd be like cooking and throwing in any old ingredient, any old quantity. It's not going to pull out the right dish that you want. There's reasons that Peter Almond #1 gifter badge. What the hell is this? I am so confused what's going on here with TikTok. What have we got some experienced TikTokers on here? If you are, just tell me what this gifter badge is, please. When you receive certain gifts such as TikTok Universe, you will be displayed with the gifter's code as your username as well as the gift name outside your life. Keep going. I have no idea. No idea, guys. Do apologize, but I think I think gold will set up for another buy in 13 minutes. So we're going to wait for this candle to close, and then we're going to be sticking buys on. Uh, TikTok. How many of you are currently trading? Gary, how are we doing? How many of you trade? Oh, they're giving me a gift. Okay. I uh, sent gifts. Oh, I wish I knew what to do now. Unfortunately, I don't. So I'm gonna have to look into this a little bit more. So thank you guys. I appreciate the gifts, the whatever. But I'm gonna have to look into this a little bit more. Um, but yeah, we're getting ready for another buy on gold, guys. We're gonna get ready for another buy. We just have to wait for this candle to close. Once it's closed, we'll be buying. Um, one second. Uh, 1 second, guy. 1 second, guy. All right, there we go. Uh, okay, so this is the patience now. This is the difference between uh, good traders and bad traders. Good traders will sit and wait patiently like a sniper. Bad traders will just keep taking trades left, right, and center. So if you want to succeed in trading, you will sit there like a sniper and you will just wait for the market to come to you. You'll have your setup, you will have your rules, and you will trade accordingly. Okay? So right now we have to wait 12 minutes. Um, okay, what have we got? 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left, and then we can, look to place buy stops above the high of the hourly candle. Sorry guys, just had people messaging me there. Uh, NASDAQ, I'm going to sit out the NASDAQ today. DAX has just been, uh, it was beautiful breakout this morning. So look, as you can see by my analysis this morning, we looked for breakouts this morning. The members caught the breakout. I didn't take it because I'd already hit my profit for the day. Um, so if we look at this, this is where we were this morning. Uh, Market came in, we had initial breakout, then we had a pullback. This candle here, the 7:45 to 8 a.m., broke above the most recent resistance formed. Then we had a wick down by the high, and it was easy pickings there. What do we get? What did members get? It went straight line, 85 points, easy. T1, T2, T3 there. So super well done there, guys. Now just sit tight because it's complete reversal. I think if we break below this area here, you've got clear candle space to sell into. So that looks absolutely beautiful if you're looking for uh, a short breakout. So today would end up being a false break. Let's have a look. We couldn't trade a flip on the daily candle because look, the market's already come down first thing this morning. Then it's pushed up, basically filled the range of the what day was that? The 12th of May wick. So we basically filled the range bar a few pips. So anything below 23,675, this minor structure here, I think we can look for sells. Um, see if there's been any news that's just come out. I know that the US, there's no news until 3 o'clock, and you got consumer sentiment, US April housing, April imports, talks between UK and Russia and Turkey finish, inflation expectations, UMich later. Okay, so there's nothing really that's gonna create that sort of rejection that we've seen in the market there. So 7 minutes, 7 minutes. If we close like this, next candle wicks down, we'll buy the break of the high. If it closes somewhere down here, then there's no trade for me, and I'm gonna wrap it up for the day. Um, what's everyone up to this weekend? You got busy weekends, guys? Traders in TikTok, let me know if you've had a good week. Traders on YouTube, let me know if you've had a good week. So remember, guys, if you are on TikTok and you want to be asking questions, best place to do that is on YouTube and come and visit, search for Trade and Train. Night duty for Terry. Yeah, my daughter's got a friend over tonight, so we'll be We'll have little kids flying around everywhere. TikTok. I have 2% left on my battery, so it is gonna end. It is literally gonna end. Uh, I can't even. I don't have a charger to put in because my mic's in it. So guys, on TikTok, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna have to call it a day on TikTok. Uh, uh, all right. Okay. It's looking good. This is looking good. If we can close like this, guys, we are a buyer of gold. I'm just gonna get it and get the old the so let's wait. We've got 3.5 minutes. No, 4 minutes. 4 minutes for the market to close, and then we're gonna look to try and push this trade maybe up to 32.04, something like that if we can. So I don't expect it to come all the way up to 32.10. And the way that I manage the trade, I doubt it would get all the way to 32.04, but we'll try our best. So waiting for a wick down, guys. As soon as we get a wick down, yeah. All right, I'm definitely gonna have to have a play around with this because loads of things keep popping up and I have no idea what the hell is going on TikTok. So guys, if you are on TikTok, please do come and join us on YouTube. The NASDAQ seems nice as well. Um, I think if you trade in NASDAQ, it sells. If we close below here, I'm super bullish with the stock markets, but look, something's flipped these markets. Maybe they're just selling off ahead of the news. Maybe the Nasdaq's just selling off ahead of consumer sentiment. And what's the other one that's out at 3 o'clock? Uh, oh, I didn't put it on my charts because I said I wouldn't be trading. Where are you, Forex Factory? There we go. So 3 o'clock, consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. So obviously, inflation expectations are going to be a huge driver for the indexes if they're expecting inflationary measures to be higher than expected. I suppose what they'll do is they'll look to either keep rates the same, because obviously the higher inflation is, and if it's not dropping as fast they'll like, they'll want to keep rates higher. If inflation's coming down, then that's going to be a positive for the stock market. It's not necessarily you don't associate lower inflation with positive for the stock market and positive for the economy, but it will be in this instance because it means that borrowing will drop. Um, it will entice spending. Loans will become cheaper, so people will have more disposable capital to just like go out and hit the streets and start having a good time again instead of worrying about how the cost of living is breaking everyone's balls. So right now, this is what people want. They want to see rates coming down. Um, it it will create more disposable income. More disposable income will create a happier place, a happier environment. People want to go out more. They want to socialize more. They want to do things more. Um, Now the question is, has this recent environment of the cost of living? Has it frightened people that when rates do, if they ever do get back to what they were and they do have more disposable income, has it put people off spending because they don't want to get in a similar position to what they've been in? They become a little bit like in Japan, right? Japan, the economy has negative interest rates. They do that to try and encourage people to spend. Yeah, because having money in the bank is uh, it costs you. Yeah, so here you get paid interest. There they charge you. Right, if we get a wick down, we're buying. Look at that, it's just popping. Wait for the wick down. Need to see the candle form a bottom wick. If it forms a bottom wick, then I'll place. Yo, lifestyle. You need some money. Everyone needs money, right? The more you have, the more you want. The more things you do. Everyone's broke these days. Doesn't matter who you speak to. Everyone is complaining. $10. Okay, so what is the best way for you to get $10? You could go onto Fiverr, put yourself as a freelancer, do some quotes for anything that your skill set, PDF farming, reseller. I pay referral fees for members, so look at this. It's going, unfortunately, but there was no wick down, so I'm not buying. Um, Now, I've not bought because there was no wick down. You see here, the candle just opened and it's pushed higher. If it had gone lower first, I'd have bought above the high. This is gold. Thank you for the number 2 gift badge. I'm not, again, not sure what I do with these and how I can reply, respond, or pause live settings, comment about me. I don't know. So, guys, if you are on here, um, YouTube live every most weekdays, 1 p.m. BST. Ready for the US Open. We trade gold and NASDQ. We've had one trade on gold live. We got stopped at break even. We're looking for another opportunity, but the market isn't. So you wouldn't recommend buying now. Um, Not for me. It doesn't meet my rules. But look, if my bias is short, I think the market will rally. Um, and then I'm looking for it to create some resistance and bollocks. There goes YouTube, guys. Not YouTube. What's the other one called? TikTok. Gah. All right. There we go. Can kind of go back to normal now. Annoying. We didn't get the wick down. Ah, well. Can't do anything about it, guys. If the market doesn't give us a wick down, it doesn't give us a wick down. So, guys, who's on the chat? Just for education, the previous candle was bearish. I am I I confused, or you once mentioned that if I move on the previous candle pullback may not matter. Oh my days. Terry, I think you might need to write that one again, or I can't. Just for education, the previous candle was bearish. Um, I am confused, or you once mentioned that if it reverses Move on the previous candle pullback may not matter. Terry, you're gonna have to rewrite that, mate. I cannot make head nor tail of what you're trying to ask me, and I also don't know which um, time frame or chart you're referring to, bud. So, what was the? Let's have a look. Did it shoot off? Did it hit? Yeah, you would have got 20 odd pits. Hey Vic, how you doing, mate? Look, we were looking for potential buyers above the high of the hourly candle. We bought above this 30-minute candle here. Unfortunately, it came down to stop us out at break even. Um, I don't want to. The 15-minute on which chart? Gold or Nasdaq? GMTB works just for education. The previous candle was a bearish candle, or am I confused? You once you once mentioned that if the previous candle is bearish, the pullback may not matter. Is what I could make out of it. Is that you as well, Terry? No. Okay. Um. So, just- previous candle was bearish, or am I confused? Previous candle here is. I mean, it has closed lower. I wouldn't. It's an indecision candle. You can call it a doji, whatever. It hasn't got a defining direction. Um, if you look at the 30 is where the first support was formed, right? It was an inside candle, so we didn't buy above the high of the 30-minute, right? We bought above the high of the bearish because although we've seen support forms, we wanted to see this next candle wick down and then break the high of that. Okay, that's what happened. It triggered us in, then we got stopped out at break even. Now, I didn't want to trade the 15-minute candle after that because when you look at the 15, you can see that it kind of stopped at this structure area here. So I said, right, best thing we can do is wait for the hourly to close. So we waited for the hourly to close. It gave us a strong close, closed above the previous hourly open. And then I said, if this candle wicks down, we're going to buy above the high of this candle. If it just goes straight up, I'm going to let it go. Yeah. If it goes without me, it goes without me. I don't mind. But remember, there's a great saying, I'd rather be a pilot on the floor wishing I was in the air than a pilot in the air wishing I was on the floor. So if you're ever uncertain about a trade or you don't have 100% conviction in it, leave it. What's the worst thing that can happen if you leave a trade that you're unsure about? What's the worst thing that can happen? What's the worst thing that can happen if you don't place a trade? Nothing. Nothing can happen to you if you don't place a trade. You can't lose, you can't make. The only thing that can happen to you is you play a stupid game with your mind and go, oh God, I could have made this amount of money. That's the only thing that can happen. But if you place a trade and you get it wrong, the worst thing that can happen is you could blow your account. So just sit on the sidelines. Yeah, sit on the sidelines. Right, guys, on that note, there's no trade for me. It's not setting up. Quite like DAX long, NASDAQ, NASDAQ long. Ooh. If the news wasn't out on the Nasdaq, I would uh, I would be looking at the Nasdaq. But if you want to trade that, guys, you're literally live right now. If you're going to trade it, it's live now. 21,380. So at 21,400 is your exit. 21,380. So that's your 20 pips. So yeah, so 15 pips somewhere here is where you'd want to be moving stops to break even. DK, I had a sell with gold, 3 units, 32.14 before the drop, went to profit, so moved the stop loss to break even, ended up costing me 150 and missed profit. We go again. Funny enough, DK, something similar happened to me. I didn't get stopped. Got stopped at break even. This morning we sold. Where are we? Uh, this one. No, not that one. Here, this candle. That's what we sold. Underneath here, 25 pips. That was it, done. So 32.16.40, I think was our entry. Market then rallied, had another sell on gold as it broke through here at 32.11.50. And annoyingly, this one got slipped massively, about 10 pips, and then we got stopped at break even on that one. And then we bought here right now. There was a lovely sell on gold here on the 15-minute. Support broken, wick up. That was the one, but I was at the fucking gym and it went. So that was the one. That was the trade of the day. There was your breakout. Because look, guys, I'm just gonna bring on my uh, check sheet for you. So breakout short. So look, here we go. Breakout short. So support. Do we close below it? Yes, we close below it. Clear space to the left. Do we have clear space? Yes, we got bucket loads of clear space. Next candle to wick up. Does the next candle wick up? Yes, it wicks up. Place sell stop under the low of the breakout candle. Sell stop under the low. There you go. Literally, that just melted. If you were there, you literally couldn't have got all that if you'd have tried. 190 points in a straight line, literally nanosecond. Already passed that on my chart. DK was on a buy yesterday evening. Was 100, had the stop loss at 40. Lesson learned, always cash out before going to bed. Yeah, listen, you never go broke taking profits. You never go broke taking profits. You'll never catch the top, you'll never catch the bottom. So if you see an amount that you're happy with, take it. You know, something that my members will see on a daily basis, not in YouTube, but obviously when we're doing live streams on Zoom with the members every day, um, they notice how much I'm taking profits all the time. You know, always, never be afraid to take the money. Never be afraid to take the money. And then when you look at your data and you go, hold on a second, I'm averaging 50 pips a trade. I'm averaging 70 pips a trade. Then you go, hold on, I'm going to start pushing my T1s out a bit. And that's the way to do it. So first thing, get successful at taking 10, 20 pips. Once you get that and you master that, then start saying, right, could I have got 30? Could I have got 40? But don't try and get it all. You'll never get it all. Right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Have a great weekend. No, of course, but you sometimes wonder, though, don't you? I know you just can't always call the high and the low. Ex yeah, you'll never catch the top. Listen, even people who've been doing it, I've been trading now since 2000 and, well, end of 2009. I used to be a swing trader, now I'm a day trader, but look, no one, I mean, I got taught by Andrew Brody from Bank of Nomura. I got taught from Julian McCree, um, from Fidelity, Larry Williams. I've had loads of different people that have taught me loads of different ways of trading, and they've all had bad years. All had bad years. They've all had predominantly good years as well. Hence, they've been in the industry so long and done so well. But it doesn't matter how good you are, any business, any industry, there's always going to be periods where you're going to have a tough time. And it's during those tough times you look at it and go, right, what was I doing? Was I doing anything different? Has the market changed? If the market's changed, do I need to change? Do I need to adjust my systems? Do I need to adjust my trade management? And that's why I stopped trading swing trading when Trump came in for the first time, because it would do my head in. I'd be in a trade a week and a tweet had come out, completely reverse the setup, take me out at break even or full loss, and then it would go again. Um, so on that basis, you know, I had to sort of relearn what I wanted to do. And literally an average trade now for me will last about 10-15 minutes. Obviously, the average hold time it'll say is around 38 minutes. But that's based on the shit ones that you get stuck in. And I always feel that if I get stuck in a trade, I should just kill it because they generally always end up in a loss. All right, guys, I'm gonna check out now. So have a great weekend. Anyone that's new in here, thank you so much for jumping on. I'll see you all Monday, 1 o'clock. I'll do a live stream Monday at 1 o'clock, and let's see if I can get TikTok working as well on Monday. DK, I'm not sure if you're new to this stream or if you're one of the members with a different name. If you are new, welcome to the stream. It's nice to have you here and asking questions, etc. Vic, have a great weekend. Peter Armand, have a great weekend. Danny, take care, mate. GMTB works. I'm not sure if you're new here or it's just a different YouTube name. Have a good weekend. Lola, Peter Cole, Anna, Frankie. Have I missed anyone that I don't know? Terry, take care, mate. Yeah. See you guys. Have a good one. All the best. Bye bye.